Hey everybody, it's Dr. V. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to say thank you again to everybody who's liked, commented, subscribed, shared, etc. You guys are awesome. I just love you all so much. And it's such an honor, seriously, such an honor to be on this journey with you and to be able to give you insight and wisdom. So today I'm doing something a little bit different, and that is I'm going to do a pick a card reading. I know that some of you like this, and it's been something I've been thinking about. I actually dreamed about this last night. Or early this morning, I actually had a dream, and I was like, okay, Spirit, got it. So, Spirit, please use me as a clear channel for communication. May the messages that come through be in the highest good of all those concerned. I draw a sacred circle around this space, setting my ego to the outside. I ask that my guides, counsel, ancestors, higher wisdom, divine love, ascended masters and source be with me, guiding these messages for the highest good of all those concerned. Okay, if you'd like to book a reading with me privately, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box below or clicking the header photo. You can reach out to me on Instant Go if you have quick questions as well. So let's just go ahead and get started. So pile A is going to be the, what is this called? The smoky, the spotted obsidian, snowflake obsidian. Second is going to be smoky quartz, and third is going to be the red jasper. So whichever feels right to you, please do that. So I'm using this first card that I'm laying for each of the piles is going to be the current energy of the situation. Excuse me. Using the Spellcaster Tarot. So, you can pick one, you can pick two, you can pick all three if that feels right to you. It's really up to you how you want to go about that. Let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, so this is the current energy. The next card that I'm pulling is from the Mystical Shaman's Oracle deck. I don't remember who wrote this one. And this is the intention. This is the intention of your counterpart. So the person that you're thinking about as you're watching this, what is their intention as far as this connection goes? All right, what is going on in their headspace? I'm using the Angel Love deck here, so that's going to be, and again, I don't remember the name of the creator of the deck. Apologies. So this is what's going on in their headspace. Let's look at what's going on in their heart space. This is the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. You guys have probably noticed I don't use a lot of Doreen Virtue's decks anymore. I don't know if any of you knew this, but she really kind of, right before she died, became a born-again Christian and renounced all of this, the work, the card work and whatnot. And so I don't really use a lot of her stuff anymore. And a lot of it is really repetitive, to be honest with you. So, at any rate, this is what's going on in their heart space. This is their secret desire. What is it that they secretly want? What is, what they want that they're not telling you? What they haven't shared with you? And this is the Oracle of the Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. What's the shadow energy? Like, what is going on with them beneath the surface? What's happening? The shadow part that they're not talking about. What they're perhaps struggling with or trying to integrate into their lives at this point. And this is the I always say the Lay Vampires deck, also by Lucy Cavendish. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. All right, and finally, what is the final message that they have? This is what the message that their higher self wants to give to you. And this is from the Lover's Oracle. And these cards, you all know, I just shuffle them and I take them as they fall out. That one was 2 cards, so okay, I'm going to take it. 2 cards jumped out both times. So I'm going to move pile 3 over here to the left, pile 2 over here to the left. So if you chose pile A, let's just go ahead and get started. This is those of you that chose the Smoky Jasper. I'm sorry, not this, geez, I just combined both of those. The Snowflake Obsidian. All right, so let's see. This is for Group A, Snowflake Obsidian. What is the current energy of your situation? We've got Temperance in reverse. Temperance is about balance. This is about unity. It's about balance. It's about really coming into a state of inner, really I would call this kind of like inner union card, to be honest with you. That's really what this speaks to for me. It's blending your masculine, blending your feminine, coming into a space of internal balance, internal union, feeling really solid in who you are. This is also a card that is twin flame signifier. So if one of the questions that you've had is this a twin flame connection? This can be an indicator because of that inner balance, that inner masculine, inner feminine. This is also about making sure that this, I'm talking about this in the upright right now. This is also about making sure that you're not overworking. In the reverse, it's saying that somebody is in the process of putting a lot of energy in fruitless endeavors. So this could be somebody putting energy into a karmic situation. They could be putting something into a work situation that doesn't quite benefit them. It's just literally focusing your energies in the wrong perspective. It's like the calm that you may have had before. You may have been feeling some peace and some calm. Now that has been disrupted. This is also saying like there could be some emotions that come flowing out, like a real outpouring of emotions from one or both of you. And this is also a caution of temperance. Be careful with your substance use if that's something that you engage in. So that's the overall current energies. So the next question is, what is the intention of the other person in the connection? So we've got the Medicine Wheel in reverse. This is definitely an interesting energy because the Medicine Wheel is, you enter it, it's ceremonial, basically. It's a ceremonial kind of energy. And so the Medicine Wheel in reverse is about, this is saying, look, you can't continue to delay your healing. Whatever healing you've been needing to do, whatever it's that you've been called to do, in the connection, Spirit saying you can't stop anymore. You can't let this continue to be delayed. This is like, okay, if you have been given indications that there are things that you need to change, or course corrections that need to happen, Spirit saying you can't delay it anymore, and you have the inner strength to do whatever it is that you need to do. So get on that path. If you chose this and it's resonating with you, you probably know what area it is that you need to heal. It's probably coming up in your awareness right now and something that you need to pay attention to. So what is in their headspace? Desire. So when your counterpart thinks about you, they have desire. It's a lot of passion, a lot of desire. They want to come forward. It's like I'm not going to say they want to come forward to you yet. I'm not going to say that because that's not clear. But what they do, what is present and is very clear, is that they have this desire. It's like they haven't forgotten the passion that you have. They haven't forgotten the way that they feel when they're with you. So they definitely have a lot of deep desire to continue in this connection, or to tap into that connection. It's like when they go to sleep, what I'm getting is that when their defenses are down and they're not guarded and they just kind of go with things, that they really, those feelings of desire pop up. They may dream about you. They may fantasize about you. you know, at different times, but there's definitely a lot of desire and a lot of passion there. So what is in their heart space? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So they're in a position right now, your counterpart is in a position that they are really recognizing that they need to have trust. This situation, this connection, the underlying purpose for them right now is literally about having more trust. It's literally about getting into a space where they can have more faith. They, just like you, are being challenged because there is that understanding there, that feeling of, you know, why did I meet this person? Why was this connection so powerful just for it to not work out? Why is this happening? Why am I getting all these signs and synchronicities? Even if they don't use that language, why do I see her name everywhere? Why do I see his name? Why does that song keep showing up? And so it's all of these questions that they're grappling with, but it's pushing them to have more faith. It's like when you experience something that is completely heart opening, like this kind of connection, and then it goes away for whatever reason, it brings you to your knees. You know, it literally drives you into the arms of the divine, because that's the only place you can find any comfort. And that's where this person is right now. So what is their secret desire? Transparency. They want to be honest with you. They want to have, they want to be honest and transparent, period. It's not just with you, but you are the catalyst for that. It's like connecting with you really helps them to understand all the ways in which they haven't been honest, the ways in which they haven't been transparent, the ways that they have hidden their true motives, their true desires, the ways in which they have failed to be genuine. Right? These are people that, so the people in this particular in this particular group, your counterpart is probably someone who is very invested in their image. They're very invested in how people see them, how they're perceived publicly, how they are perceived by family. It's people around them. Their opinions are very important, and so. Because of that, they have this carefully constructed facade, this image that they've built over time, and this. But meeting with you and connecting with you, it was like you saw them, their true nature. You saw who they are underneath all of the trappings and all of the external stuff. And because of that, and because you saw them and loved them anyway, it's like it's really created this desire for them to be with people and be around people who love them the same way. People who do not love them just for the facade, but they'll love them for who they really are. So what is their shadow energy right now? Courtesy. So this is being thoughtful, polite, and having good manners, which is not, you think that that's not a bad thing. But when you're being courteous to the point that it's costing you your authenticity, where you can't be transparent because it's like, well, if I act on what I desire and I act on what I want, then it's going to cause other people pain. So this is a person who's really staying in this space of being thoughtful, which is, great. Think about other people's feelings. Don't act in such a way that you're hurting other people and you're not considering their feelings at all. But also, don't act in such a way that all you're thinking about is other people's feelings. It's like being polite to a fault. Being so overly polite that you never stand up for yourself, that you allow other people to push you around because you're afraid they might reject you if you get honest with them. So that's the energy that they're bringing right now. Is just this, the shadow side is that they're being overly courteous, okay? It's that energy of literally putting everybody and everybody else's desires in front of them. This is like a martyr kind of energy. This is the person who willingly puts themselves in pain, to try and protect other people when other people aren't even asking them to do that. And they're like, why are you doing this? So that's the energy that they're in. That's the shadow side. So what is the message that they have for you? This is: acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So they're really wanting to encourage you just to be in that space of acceptance and understanding that sometimes things are what they are. And we, as much as we might want to change it, as much as we might want to alter it, we just have to be, okay with how things are at the current moment. So that is the message for those of you that chose the Snowflake Obsidian. I'm going to move these cards aside, and we're going to look at the next energies, which are the Smoky Quartz. So if you chose that, then this is your reading. So we've got the Emperor in reverse. That's the first energy, the current energy. So this is somebody who, the energy is out of balance, an energy of being, the Emperor in the upright is like the kind and benevolent king. Has authority, has rules the kingdom well, but with kindness, with gentleness, with heart. In the reverse, this is somebody who is kind of, you would almost consider it more like a tyrant. Really, it was more of somebody who is like tends more toward aggressiveness, somebody who is like oppressive, who may be abusive, who controls people in a negative way. They don't use their power well. This is a person, this Emperor in reverse is somebody who could misuse sexual energy, sexual harassment, things like that. This is really, I mean, this is the kind of person who would like, the energy is somebody who would send like dick pics and think without, unsolicited dick pics and think that that's okay and be like, why would you be offended by that? And you're like, because it's weird, right? So that's, and I'm not saying this is a man, okay? I'm not saying that this is a man or a masculine. So I'm just giving the example of somebody who has like no sense of what's appropriate and what's what's within the bounds, and may approach you with a really like creepy way, or may say like, just really doesn't have a lot of like really strong leadership skills, and so you kind of could have difficulty respecting them because you see them doing some things that are out of line. So this energy, the current energy right now, is that there's this abuse. I don't like the abuse is a strong word. It's a misuse of authority. Maybe a bit of a power struggle. So this is just not the greatest energy, but it is what it is. So let's see what the intention of this person is for you. The Council in 11. So the Council is, I mean, what a beautiful card, right? I love this deck, by the way. It's just gorgeous. So the Council is all about having, it's your council is like your ancestors. It's your spiritual council, okay? So these are the beings in the 5D who are kind of assigned to your life. And so the intention that that your counterpart has for you right now is they really want to take this leap of faith. There really is. It's like there's this part of them that is like listening. They're getting signs. They're getting synchronicities. This card says that the writing is already on the wall. So they're looking, they're trying to figure out what the writing means right now. They're trying to figure out what is going on. So right now it's like their intention and what they're aiming, what their soul's intention is for this person to kind of really surrender to the process, surrender to what's going on, and come towards you. Listen to their counsel, listen to the advice that they're getting, listen to what the information that that's already been shared with them, and to come towards you and acknowledge the nature of the connection. So again, I'm not saying, when I say come towards you, I don't mean that they're gonna necessarily show up with a ring and a marriage license. I'm saying that they're acknowledging the connection, acknowledging that they've seen the writing's on the wall, they've seen it, they're recognizing that this is not just an ordinary kind of connection, and instead of screwing around and not coming towards you, that they're really their intention is to really get to the space where they can love you deeply, that they can forgive, that they can really embark on this love journey of a lifetime. That's the intention that they have. So what is in their headspace right now? Realization. If you picked this series of cards, your counterpart is having a realization. They're starting to wake up. They're starting to figure out what is going on. They're really getting into that space of where the signs and synchronicities have been showing up. The writing's on the wall. There's all of these things that have been made abundant, have been made clear over a period of time, and they have they're starting to really getting it now. They're really getting it. It's no longer in that space of trying to avoid the truth or trying to avoid knowledge. It's literally them getting into a space where they're like, okay, I realize what's happening here. I realize what's going on, and I'm going to stop pretending like it's not real. At least in their head space. In their heart space, of course, beautiful. Let go of control issues. They've got to surrender. They have to release their desire to be in control, right? This part of this Emperor in reverse is trying to be in control, trying to manage everything, trying to, not wanting to submit to the situation, not wanting to accept that this connection is what it is, and that it's, it's weird, they don't know how to explain it, they don't know all of those things right there. There's all that energy. But they have to get into a space of letting go of these control issues and letting go of wanting to understand everything as that is showing up, because they're not going to understand it, right? You're going to have faith. That's just how it is. Like George Michael's got to have faith. And they have to, in order for this situation, in their heart space, they're getting to that space to say, like, I just need to allow this to happen. I need this to unfold the way it's meant to unfold, because that's what needs to happen right now. So their secret desire, look at that. Divine sensuality. They're secretly really, really wanting you. Again, this is interesting because we had a card of passion that came up. Then this is about that sensuality. They feel very pulled to you. They feel very much like they want to come towards you and have that. If you've had intercourse, if you've had intimacy with your counterpart physically, it's like they're really thinking about that. They can't get it out of their head. They're like, in their mind, there's thoughts like, I've had sex before, I've had partners before, I've had good sex before, but I've never had what I had with that person. They're sitting here like, that was the most amazing, erotic, passionate, deep, literally and metaphorically perhaps, sexual connection that I've ever had in my freaking life, and I can't get this person out of my head. It's like, even if the connection didn't end well, even if it was like there was pain and there was strife associated with the situation, even if it's like you guys were pissed off at each other and you went your separate ways and you're like, screw this person, whatever, it's like you can't get this out. They can't get this out of their head, and you can't probably either. That it's like nobody else measures up. Nothing else measures up, and they're very aware of it, and that's their secret desire. Their secret desire, the things that they're not telling you about, or the things that they may not even be telling themselves or anybody else about, is that they can't shake this desire for you. So the shadow side is discipline. I'm getting literally that they are still, because we have this let go of control issues, we've got this card together, and it's like, and this Emperor in reverse, that it's literally like they're trying to discipline themselves into not wanting this connection. They're trying to try to train themselves out of wanting this connection. It's like if they were to surrender, if they were to let go of control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally the way that it wants to unfold, they would literally be coming towards you, showing up on your doorstep and being like, I don't understand this connection. It doesn't make sense to me, but I can't get you out of my head. I love you. You're everything I've always wanted. And I finally realize what it is. That would be what they would be doing. It would be like one of those one of those airport, and I'm not trying to overly romanticize this, but this is the energy that's coming through, that if they were to really submit and surrender to the connection and let go of their need for control issues, it would be like one of those movie scenes in the airport where somebody's like running after the other and they're like, please don't go. I almost, I messed up. I want this. I'm willing to do what's necessary. It's that level of intense passion that they feel for you, that they're really trying to fight. Honestly, it's just they're really trying to fight it right now. So what is the message that their higher self has for you? Notice the snake in here, Kundalini, more sexual stuff. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So they want you to know that they acknowledge and appreciate and respect your power. Whatever happened, you showed your power. You demonstrated your strength, your inner love, your inner resources. And as much as they may not have liked it on the surface when it happened, you saying no, you saying, no, this isn't going to work for me, I'm going to stand up for myself, or whatever that was. They want you to know that they really respect that, and that you still have the power to choose what is right for you. And you can walk away, you can say no, even if this connection is everything that you wanted, but they're not in a position to come forward with a true love offer. They want you to know that you have the power to choose whatever path it is that you want. And they want you to stand in that power and to believe in yourself and to stay in that power, because it's so important. It's so essential to who you are. Okay? So that's your reading for the Smoky Quartz group. And finally, we got the red Jasper group here. So what is your current energy? Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is like the slowest moving energy in the tarot. This is like not probably about a couple steps faster than molasses in winter, but it's movement. Okay, it is movement. So the current energy is that your connection is moving forward slowly, real slow. Okay, but it's moving. It's somebody who is, I just get this energy of really like deliberate, intentional steps forward, moving forward with intention, moving forward with discipline. Someone who's not just gonna, go along to get along. But this is someone who both of you are bringing in this energy of being really intentional and deliberate about where you're going and how you're getting there. Very positive. There is an end game in mind. There's something that you're walking toward, that you're taking steps toward that. So this is a group, if you chose the red Jasper, your group is one who is definitely in a space that has already embarked on healing process. You're no longer in a phase of resistance. You've already kind of surrendered and submitted to the healing that needs to happen, and you're taking steps toward that. And that's so good. So Spirit's saying good on you. Not that anybody else is not doing great at doing that, but this is saying that this is clearly that the both of you are on the same page spiritually and taking the steps that need to be taken. So what is the intention that they have for you? Magic. Beautiful. So we've got 33, repetitive threes again. So this is an energy of they want you to tap into your magic, right? They want you to understand that you have the ability to create magic. This is saying like that part of this is that they want you to understand your ability to manifest and create your own life. The other part of this is that they want you to understand that if you can see the world through the eyes of a child, through the eyes of magic, you'll see all of it. You'll see that anything is possible. It's like, look for the synchronicities. Spirit is showing you that you create your world in partnership with Spirit by what you see, what you feel, the energy that you put out there, what you dream, what you visualize, the intentions that you make, the energy that you put out. And so their intention for you is to help you tap into your own magic, to help you understand that you are a co-creator with the divine. They want you to know that part of what's going on in this connection, part of the purpose of why your connection is where it is that it's helping you to understand your own ability to create magic. And that is vitally important for you. So what is in their headspace right now? Rejoicing. When they think about you, when they think about this connection, when they think about what they've learned and how far they've come on this journey, the energy that they have is rejoicing. They celebrate it. So again, even if the situation was like bitter in the past and it wasn't, and it felt like it was negative or like it was just very painful, at this point they're really in the space of rejoicing and understanding that everything that has happened is something that needed to happen. It was meant to happen. It was in divine timing and alignment, and it has led them to this growth space. And it's like I really get for this group in particular that. Even if you haven't been in connection with your divine counterpart, that at this point they're just in this space of they've grown a lot, they've transformed a lot. You might not even recognize them. Like spiritually speaking, like physically they may look very similar, but I'm saying like spiritually, it's like if you've ever seen somebody that goes through a really spiritual awakening and you haven't seen them for a while, and then you reconnect with them and you're like, wow, you're like totally not the same person that you were. That's because they've had that spiritual awakening. It's like things have shifted, things have transformed, and it feels like that's where they are. And they're really super they're grateful and they're rejoicing because they realize that you were paramount to that. So in their heart space, there's passion. So look, we've got rejoicing, which is, you know, passionate celebration. And then we've got passion, which is allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy. They are really in a good space right now. They're really in a space of feeling very positive, feeling very connected, feeling very aligned with what is what has happened and what is continuing to happen. Okay, so in their hearts, their head and their heart are very much on the same page, which I feel like is why this is moving forward intentionally and deliberately, because they're no longer in a space of being out of balance and out of alignment. They're really in a space of passionate rejoicing, heart, head, all around. So their secret desire, ooh, the unseen. This to me is like they want to go into the unseen places. They want to explore deeper. Although this card looks like the energy looks a little bit dark, what this is to me, what I'm really getting is that there is a lot about you, divine counterpart, that is still hidden from them. You're a mystery to them. Not a mystery to be solved, not like a mystery like a problem to be solved, not like the Mystery Machine with, you know, Scooby-Doo. Not that kind of mystery. It's a mystery like when they look at you and they're like, I could look in this person's eyes for 1,000 years and I'd still not fully know them. Their energy is like, I could explore and talk to them and you know, explore their body and their soul and their mind and their spirit and their heart. For the rest of my days, I could be a pupil studying this other person, worshiping at the feet of this divine being, and I'd still not know them. There's still a mystery there. There's still so much magic within them that I haven't even tapped into. I haven't even touched. I haven't even scratched the surface of this person, of this soul, of this divine being. And their secret desire is to do that. It's to explore that. It's like I'm literally getting this energy of just like they think, when they think about their secret desire, it's like they have this, like they want to just go into like a private space with you for a week, no interruptions, no outside, not talking to other people, literally just spending 10 days, 12 days, 14 days together and exploring the mysteries of each other. They want to know you at a core level is what I'm getting. They want to explore everything that is unseen in you, every untouched aspect, all your multifaceted glory. They think when their secret, deepest heart's desire right now is to explore that, to explore everything that remains unseen in you. Beautiful message. So what is their shadow side? Death rites, saying goodbye. So their shadow side right now is that they are really in a space of understanding that there are some things that need to end. There are some death rites that have to happen. There are some things that need to be left behind in the past in order for them to be able to come forward and do all of this, to act on this passion. There are things that need to die. Period. Ego beliefs, limiting stories, relationships, old connections, old perceptions, paradigms, things need to end. They have to say goodbye to something, and it's like they're like in that space, like the what was that, Boys to Men? You know, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. They're really having a hard time letting go. It's like they're in this space of, and they are taking steps, but it's slow. It's like they recognize what they have to do and they're scared to do it. They're actually quite terrified is what I'm getting, is like facing these things that they need to let go of, these things that they need to say goodbye to, the death rites that they need to have. This to me suggests, because it says like formal occasions, this is literally letting go of things that are important to them. This could be literally formal endings, divorces, finalizing custody agreements, terminating business partnerships, quitting a job and finding something new. It's literally that kind of stuff. This is not just, I need to break up with my girlfriend or anything like that. This is literally like, I need to end something, and it's not going to be an easy end. It's going to be something that's going to be challenging because of the legalities and the formalities of it, and they're having a hard time with that. So what is the message from their higher self to you? The first message, trust again. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. That to me is a card of surrender. What they want you to know is that if you really can get into a space of trust, where you just trust that everything that's happening is meant to happen and don't resist it, just go along with what is happening, go with the flow, that things will start to shift really quickly. And then this final message, a message for you. I'm thinking of you at this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Beautiful, beautiful messages. So I hope that this reading resonated and that you enjoyed the new pick a card format. So let me know if you have any questions. And again, if you want to book a private reading, please do so by clicking the link in the description box below or the link in the cover photo. I'll talk with you all soon. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.